Hello, everybody. It's the Historical Gamer. Once again, you can call me Matt, and we're here for episode 36 of the Single Malt Strategy Podcast. Today, I'm joined with my trusty co-host, the Strategy War Gamer. You also know him as Jean. And we also have a returning guest, the only other individual we've had on the podcast outside of like interviews with developers, but the only fellow YouTuber that we've had on the podcast is back once again, and that is Tortuga. Welcome, Tortuga.
No, well, I'm glad you guys are having me over.
Yeah, I think we've kind of been doing this for a while now, and I think it's fun to have John and I go back and forth about our opinions, but sometimes it can get a little bit ping-pongy. So I think something that we're going to try out is having Tortuga on when he's able, and maybe some other people as well from time to time. To see if we can build the stable a bit, have a couple other co-hosts maybe, or at least a couple other regular guests, and just add a little bit more dynamism to this little production that we call the Single Malt Strategy Podcast. But how are you guys doing today?
Very well. I finished my astronomy final, so that's out the door, and the whole semester is done, so I am in a good mood. I have just a whole month of nonstop Imperator action coming my way.
Oh, well, that's awesome. I mean, that's obviously Imperator has come out recently. It's Paradox's newest entry in their homegrown developed studio that rolls out their IPs. So, you've got Crusader Kings, you've got EU, Hearts of Iron, Victoria, and the newest Paradox game out is Imperator. Came out a couple of weeks back, and today we're going to talk about it a little bit. But
controversy.
But first, before we get into it, because I know it's been a little bit controversial, is just kind of check in on what you guys have been playing lately. What about you, Jean? What are you up to gaming wise, other than Imperator?
Well, I have been playing this game that I know you have been playing because I got it from you, and not physically, but you influenced me to pick it up. And it's U-Boat. I don't want to dive too much into this because I know we're going to go off for like 45 to 50, maybe an hour or two just on U-Boat alone. But I've been playing this game quite a bit, and not really quite a bit. I've been playing this game for about an hour or two before they crashed, and then it crashed and crashed a couple more times on top of it.
Well, it's early access, so you can't complain about any crashes. Everything is critique-free, right?
Well,
that's how early access works.
Well, the thing that's funny is, I was just after it crashed, I played for 40 minutes, it crashed 6 times, and I was like, and I remember I contacted you on Twitter. I'm like, how many crashes have you had? Because I saw on yours you had a lot of hours into it, and you were like, I've been playing for 5 hours, I have not had one crash. I'm like, okay, there's something going on.
Yeah, I've not had a single crash yet. Now, granted, I think I'm only 6 or 7 hours in, so certainly not an exhaustive look at the game yet. But, it's been relatively stable for me. I've heard it has, depending on your machine, a lot of people have had performance issues and also bug issues, so I wonder if it's just, the makeup of my machine is optimized for what they have, and they haven't gotten around to making all the different hardware components and whatnot work seamlessly together. You also run it through you boot Windows on a Mac, right? So maybe that has something to do with it too.
Yeah, it could be the boot camp, but what I think it is the AMD graphics drivers. I'm running an AMD 560, so it's a mid-range card. And I know you're running a 1080, I think. So and you're running NVIDIA. So I think that's probably where I'm probably going wrong. Well, that's probably where the disconnect is happening.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know. I haven't really paid that close attention to who all is having the issues. I know, Tortuga, have you had any issues with U-Boat? Because I know you've been playing it a bit too.
Yeah, no, I played a fair bit of it, and I don't think I've had any issues with it as far as it crashing from graphical or overstressing my graphics card.
But you also have a 1080, so you bought your 1080, and then I realized you were getting a good price on it, and then I bought my 1080, and it was just.
Well, I feel left out here.
Went up 20% that week.
I'm sorry, Sean. I would have forced you to get one too had I known you at the time.
Well, I didn't. You know what's funny? After this happened to me, I put a Twitter poll and I said I want to know what you strategy gamers use, and I wrote AMD 500 series and 1000 series for NVIDIA. So. Apparently, there's about over 10% of people still use basic integrated graphics to play strategy games. That was kind of shocking. I thought it was going to be 0.
I'm surprised it was that low.